I was raised in a family that was very supportive, but at the same time, there was kind of an unspoken and sometimes even spoken thing where you had to suck it up, look like you knew what you were doing, even if you didn't know what you were doing, look like you were doing okay, even if you weren't okay. And I understand that we can't always go around with wearing our emotions on our sleeves, or it's not really to our advantage professionally or personally to always be open everywhere we go with everyone we meet. I get that. But I think that what it did for me was it created this way of being in the world that I had walls when it came to sharing with others my own pain and my own struggles and challenges, to the point where it just, again, it felt isolating. And life happens to all of us. It may happen in different ways, with the specifics of it, but we all have to deal with the kinds of things that occur. Illness, financial struggles, at least, like I said, for many of us who are working class people, issues with children, elders, death, divorce, there's challenges in every relationship. There's challenges in every area of our life. And life is not to be lived without those challenges. There's never, that's not how things actually happen in life. There's always something to contend with. But for me, I feel much more equipped to speak about dealing with those challenges, and to share the kinds of things that I think are useful in moving beyond certain circumstances. I think it's helpful for me. I learn from other people, and I want to be able to share out what I know, in hopes that it might be useful for someone else who might need that. So it's really important, I think, to share our stories. And I think even more than that, sometimes it's just helpful to know that you're not alone, that you're not alone in what you're going through, or that you're not alone in just the fact that you're going through something. We all do, we all have, we all will. That's just life. I think my father said this to me before he died. I made some comment to him about how something was so dramatic, and he said, "Baby," he said, "if you don't have any drama in your life, you're dead." And I didn't quite know what he meant in that moment, but I think I get it now. Not that you have to have manufactured drama in your life. We don't need that. But life is dramatic, that's real. When things hurt, that's real. When there is grief that has to be dealt with, that's real. And that is not to be minimized, but rather it's to be acknowledged. And again, we have to make space for that, and cultivate an environment of healing. And there's no way around that. If you go around it, you'll keep circling, and you're always going to be in that cycle of whatever it is that you're dealing with. I really believe personally that the way through is to go through it. When you go through something, you actually come out on the other side, and then you can look back and say, okay, here I am, and focus on moving forward. But that takes acceptance, and it takes a certain amount of self-awareness.